Okay, guys. Now, example number 4, you know what? It's just like example number 3. It's another cylinder, okay? And remember with cylinders, if I cut the top off, whoa, that's not what I want. If I cut the top off, I get a circle. If I cut the bottom off, I get a circle. And I'm left with this empty thing like this so that you could put stuff in, but it would come out the bottom because there's no top or bottom. But think about this. Remember, if I cut this open, if I just cut a line right here, as soon as it lets me do, there we go. If I cut a line right here, right, this thing's just going to open up this way, and this will open up that way, and I've got this rectangle. Okay? Now the base of this rectangle, yeah, from here over to here, is equal to the distance around the circle, because remember it had to wrap around the circle. So the circumference of the circle is equal to the base of this rectangle. All right, well, let's think about this. I know it's 1.5 all the way across, so that means it has to be 0.75 for the radius. Okay? I just cut the diameter in half. I just divided it by 2. Okay? And I know that the height of this thing is 6 inches. And so the only measurement that I'm missing is the base of that rectangle. Once I have the base of that rectangle, then I can find the area of everything. So to do that, I'm going to find the circumference of the circle. So the circumference is equal to pi d. Okay, so that means 3.1416 times 1.5, because remember that's what the diameter was when we started. And that's going to give me, let me get my trusty calculator out here. All right, calculator, what do you say? 1.5 times 3.1416. Okay, so it's 4.7124. All right, so 4.7124. All right, inches. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, since I have that in my calculator, and I'm going to find the area of the rectangle, which is just base times height. Or no, base, here we go, base times height. There we go. So 4.7124 times 6 is equal to 28.2744. That's the area. Okay, is it going to let me do that? There we go. Is the area of the rectangle. Now I need to find the area of the circle. And remember, area of a circle is equal to pi r squared, so that means 3.1416 times the radius, which is 0.75, squared. So let's hit that in the old calculator, and I'm going to get 0.75 squared is equal to, well, I've got 3.1416 times 0.5625. That's what 0.75 squared is. And I'm going to multiply that by pi, or the approximation, 3.1416, and I'm going to get 1.76715. Now that's the area of one of these circles, 1.76715. But that means it's the area of the other one, 1.76715. Got this area and this area. And then I'm just going to add them all up, guys. I need a little bit more space. Okay, so plus 1.76715 plus 28.2744, and I'm going to get, I'm going to get 20, what's going on? Let's see, 28.2744 inches squared. And the problem didn't say what to round to, so I'm not going to round. I'm just going to let that be my surface area. All right? Great job, guys. I think you're ready for your homework, and I'll see you at the next section.